What is going on, everybody? Nick here. I'm excited to speak with you about this topic. If you're someone who is dealing with a lot of conflicts in your marriage or your soon-to-be marriage with the person that you love, and you're just not seeing eye to eye, it seems like you don't even speak the same language. You're constantly triggering one another's feelings. One person is getting hurt, the other person is wanting to run away. It's starting to create a lot of stress, a lot of havoc, a lot of questions of whether you're going to be able to work things out with the person or not. And maybe even a lot of expectations are coming up, okay? And you're not able to express how you're really feeling. If that's you, any of those things, this video is going to be for you. I'm going to tell you guys 4 very practical and effective tips that you can implement right away today. If something happens, you can do at least one of these things, and I guarantee that it could shift things 2 millimeters and point you to a better direction. When it does, come back. I want to hear in the comment section what you applied and how it's helped you. Cool? So the first one that I want to share with you guys is this: one conflict at a time. What usually happens is something comes up, one person is upset or both, and in our relationship, we start to, we voice the issue, and then within a few minutes, someone brings up something else. And now, and also yesterday, or and last week, you remember last month when, look, all of those things need to be removed. If you're someone who is doing that, stop it right now. There's a time and place to communicate about all of the things that upset you in your relationship. Absolutely. Every partner has a voice. However, there needs to be wisdom and discernment of when is the right time to speak about this. Here's a rule of thumb that my wife and I have, okay? Just as an example for you guys. Whenever one of us is upset about something, whatever it may be, whoever shares that, hey honey, I'd love to speak with you, is now a good time, okay? Preface, that's tip number 2. That's a side tip. I didn't have that written down. Preface, hey honey, is now a good time to speak about something? Yes, it's a good time. What's up? Cool. I'm having a hard time with blank. When I noticed that you did this, it made me feel this way, whatever it may be, okay? Whoever starts the conversation and is sharing something that they're upset with, they choose what we're speaking about, okay? So what does that mean? If my wife shared that with me, I am not going to hear her for about 5 minutes and then bring up something that she also did. While we're at it, let me also bring this up that I felt when you... No. What that does is it muddies the waters. Every time that I've done that, I'm going to take ownership right now, that I've done that with my wife, and I brought up things because I didn't do it proactively, and now she brought up something proactively, and now I'm reactively bringing something else, and I want to make sure that she knows. Here's what it did. It made everything worse. Can you guys relate? Right? It's like, it doesn't help. The person who shared something feels very unheard, very unloved, very unappreciated, and diminished because they're overridden by something else that had nothing to do with the conversation. So the rule of thumb that we have is one thing at a time, one issue, one conflict at a time. And here's a minor tip that I'll give on top of that one. If you're dealing with this and someone does bring up another issue, you're then able to say, hey honey, that's valid and that's fair. How about this? Can we speak about that another time? Because I just want to make sure that we talk about the topic at hand right now. Boom, you just tackle that. Cool? This one is a good one. It's going to help you. Second one, if you're having conflicts, probably 5 out of 10 times, like 50%, if not more, think about it. It's late at night. One of you or the both of you are exhausted. You're tired from a long day of work, dealing with kids, running around, stressful day. You've worked out, you got up early, you got a lot done. Now you're finally in bed, and then it's like all the things come back to you. And you start, and we think, I'm taking ownership too. We think in those moments, hey, this is the time for us to talk about these things. Red flag. Wrong time. Do not deal with conflicts and challenging conversations late at night when you're tired and you're exhausted. Our brains don't function properly when we're tired. It is better to say, honey, I'd love to speak with you. There's something that's kind of upsetting me, but I'd love to have a conversation with you in the morning. What do you say if we speak about this for breakfast? I love you. Boom. Now you gave a heads up. You controlled your emotions, okay? And you professed your love to the other person before you even go to bed, right? So for those of us that are choosing to build our marriages and relationships with Christ at the center, I know there's the Bible verse that says not to go to bed angry, right? However, sometimes it is much more wise to park that situation, let them know, hey, even if you're already into it, how about that? We're already into it. Remember this, it's late. Hey babe, I hear you. You have the right to feel the way you're feeling. Right now it's really late. I'm really tired. I want to follow you, but I'm noticing that my brain is not functioning properly. How about we speak about this tomorrow morning or tomorrow lunch or tomorrow evening? I'm going to take you out for dinner and I'll love to hear everything that you have to say. How does that sound? Boom. Every time that I've done that to my wife, oh my gosh, it goes amazing. She feels loved, which is what she wants at the end of the day anyways. I've booked a time that we're going to speak about the matter, so I'm not neglecting it, avoiding it, so she can calm down, and she feels so much more appreciated, okay, because I acknowledge her. So do this right away. Now, if you're a woman, you can do the same thing. All right, this is not, I'm using myself as the example here, but this can be for you as well. Cool? So no conflicts late at night. Make that a rule in your relationship, in your marriage. No conflict talks late at night when we're exhausted. Absolutely not. I love you. Talk to you tomorrow morning and just chill out for the night. Cool? Next one. Listen more than you talk. If you're having challenges in your communication, you're talking too much. Okay? I don't know how else to say this. One person, maybe you, hopefully it's you, choose that to be you right now, needs to be in the moment, more mature and able to say, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Say that to yourself. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. My wife's upset. My husband is upset. I'm upset. But I remembered that if we talk on top of each other, it would only get worse. And there's no good fruit that will come from this. Only bad fruit will come from this. So I'm going to control my tongue. The Bible says it's an evil that comes from the pit of hell that we're able to, as humans, we're able to tame and control and subdue all animals, including wild animals. But who is able to control their tongue? This thing right here, once controlled, wow. Amazing things will happen. So let's get back to the practical. Listen more than you talk. Oh, but it's their fault. Okay, that's fine. But can you listen first, let them get it out, and then you're able to say, is there anything else, babe? I understand how you're feeling. Acknowledge. I hear you. Anything else? Yes. Okay, what is it? Let them get it out. They get it out, they feel better. Then you're able to have a conversation. Now you can speak. Now this takes certainly a level of objectivity that in the moment when emotions are high, it is challenging to do. I will admit it. However, with practice, it gets easier and easier and easier. You're able to pull yourself from the conversation. You're in it, but then you remember this. Oh, I have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Let me shut my mouth for a second. Let me allow my wife, let me allow my husband to speak and get their frustration out. And I'm going to remove myself from the situation. I will not take it personally. And then I'm gonna let it settle down so we can have a dialogue and not speak on top of each other. Wow. You do this, everything is gonna get better. I promise you, I guarantee you, you do this, everything will improve in your communication. Okay? So guys, I mentioned 4. I think I gave even more than 3 or 4 tips. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have a couple of other things written down, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hope and pray that you guys implement this and build a thriving and fruitful relationship. If you're looking for more resources or for a deeper conversation about this exact topic, you're more than welcome to check out my Wives and I's podcast on all major streams. Thriving Relationships for His Kingdom. It is Bible and biblical centered. I will say that. So if you're someone who does not want the Bible in your life and in your marriage, that's not for you. Cool. But Thriving Relationships for His Kingdom, episode 49, we spoke about this topic, and you hear the male and the female perspective. Okay. Drop a comment with what you took away and when you implement it, how it has helped you. I'm excited to hear from you guys. Much love and God bless. Peace.